This morning, there were a lot of concerns for parents when it comes to their kids playing football. We hear about this a lot. Probably the biggest scare is potential head and neck injuries and also concussions.
So that's why One Valley School is adopting a new program called Safe Football to try to prevent those injuries. And Javier is at Higley High. He's out there trying to keep up with all the younger kids. Javi?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh. I don't know how safe that is, but we're demonstrating safe football nonetheless here. And this is what these high school players here at Higley High School are learning about. Now, I know it was a dramatic demonstration, but the difference is leverage here. We're joined by Mike Pollock with Safe Football here, and this is what you guys are trying to teach these high school students today.
Exactly. We're trying to reinforce using the hips as their power propellant rather than the act of pressing, right? When we press an opponent, that's when the helmet comes into play. So we're trying to teach them how to use their hips in leverage to be able to take over their opponent with power, and it's safe because it keeps their head out of the block.
And it's as simple as locking those elbows in.
Right. As long as the elbows stay inside the frame, the elbows can be connected to your torso, which can then use the power from the hips. If my elbows get outside my frame, then it disconnects that power source.
Let's talk about your NFL career, because you know firsthand the injuries that you can sustain from being on the field.
Absolutely. Whether it was a stinger or dozens of undocumented concussions that just I had to go under the table, under the radar, just to be able to keep playing or to make a team. We don't want this next generation of football players to have to do that. So Scott Peters, the founder of Safe Football, has developed a program that is not only safer for kids, but it's showing more performance.
And when you talk about performance, you guys have already gotten great feedback in the years that you've been teaching Safe Football.
Yeah, I mean, we've been to Higley before. A lot of the schools that we've worked with consecutive years because the coaches really have seen improvement in their players, and we're actually even seeing more and more NFL teams contacting us, and we'll be going out to the Cowboys training camp next month. I'm really excited to work at those upper echelon teams because they believe not only in the performance, but they're going to keep their players healthy longer throughout the course of the season.
Something you told me that really stuck with me is you said, as a former NFL player, when they first introduced this to you, the light bulb went off.
Absolutely. When Scott first showed me his program, I was like, why have I not learned this before? And we're not reinventing the wheel by any means. There's lots of people out there that say, oh, this is the newest thing in football. We're just showing that this is the best, most efficient, most effective way to play football. And every NFL guy who's at the top of their game comes and learns this. It's that same thing. It's like, why has no one taught me this program before? So that's why we're excited to start at the bottom in the youth leagues to hopefully instill those foundations so they can have a very fun, safe football experience.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not soft football, it's safe football.
Absolutely. It's our performance-based, right? Safety is the byproduct of better performance, superior technique.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for not tossing me over the bleachers there. Again, here at Higley High School, and they were able to do this because they got a generous donation from McCarthy to make sure that Safe Football was out here working with these high school football players. Guys, back to work here. Back to work. It's not hot enough for you or anything like that.
Yeah, let's get the practice done early.
But remember Higley.
That's right.
Yeah, they're going to do some big things this year. Have a lot of returning players from last year, the Gatorade Player of the Year, and they say that they already have recruiters heavy on their team. So they're going to do some big things and improve on their 11-2 record last year. Guys, back to you.
Sounds good, Javi. Boy, that just takes you back. High school football is so fun for everyone, families and
even if
kids.
you're out in the heat like that,
Totally.
huh? Yes.